it's Chris Gadgetman007 from the B-Team Podcast, and I'm here with the first part of an unboxing, of my new PC, but I guess each piece is in its own box, but we'll get to the other parts later. We're going to start with the motherboard here. Just got this from Newegg, the Gigabyte Z68XP-UD5. It's important to note that P, which means it's the UD5 model, but it also has an HDMI port, which is important because since it is a Z68 Mobo, it's compatible with the new Sandy Bridge processors, and with the HDMI out, you can take advantage of the quick sync with Lucid Logics or whatever it's called, and maximize performance between your integrated and discrete graphics. So I made sure to get that P version. I was shopping for like 5 days for motherboards. Kept looking at them, and all of a sudden this new one popped up. Didn't even have a picture at first on Newegg, so I think this one is brand new, but that's just my guess, because I don't remember seeing it a couple days before that, which was, 2 or 3 days ago. So we're going to get to the unboxing. First we'll note some things here. So he has that touch BIOS. Let's see, we got the SRT, which is another thing. The Z68, if you're using Sandy Bridge, then you can use a solid state drive in conjunction with the hard drive, using the smart response technology to use the SSD as a cache. So you can really improve performance that way, since SSDs are so expensive. Let's see, 60% performance improvement. That's again using the SRT. SLI, Crossfire, dual CPU power, 20-phase power. Honestly, I don't really know enough about motherboards and everything to tell you. It's got 2 times the copper, and I think that's why it's so heavy. It's got USB 3. So it's got the USB port, 2.0 ports, I believe, that have 3 times normal USB power. It's got USB 3.0. It's got serial ATA 3.0. And we'll just cover things as we go here. Like I said, I don't know enough about all this stuff. I guess also, since it's a Z68 model, you can overclock and whatnot if you have a K series processor. Beauty, I don't even need a knife. I guess I should check the back. I think it's basically the same stuff I just covered. If not, you can just look it up, that model number on Newegg or your dealer of choice, and I'm sure they'll have all the specs for you. So here we have our literature. First thing, the warning: it only works with an 1155 socket, so don't try to put a different type of CPU in there, otherwise you'll probably break it. We got our I/O thingy, whatever those are called. I forget all the names, of course, once we're on video. Literature. This is the SRT stuff. Multilingual. And the color booklet. Got a CD here, I would assume. Various drivers and whatnot. Let's put all this aside. We have various cables. Here we have a USB 3.0 breakout box. Alright, that's nice. So I guess you can put that in the front of your case if you want. We have guess this is a serial ATA cable, or 2 cables, one with the right angle, 90-degree angle thing. You have our SLI bridge thing. It's flexible, which is always nice. We have, are these more serial ATA cables? I guess so. So I think we have a total of 4, which is nice. We have our case badge, little sticker. And now for the actual motherboard. Alright, so now I'm going to show you what's actually on the motherboard itself. One thing I really wanted to go for when I was picking a motherboard is to get one that's all matte black, especially with these gunmetal gray heat sinks, which I think looks fantastic. And then the blue accents looks pretty cool as well, especially since they're kind of shiny. And I have blue LEDs in my case, so hopefully it'll look great. We've got our 1155 socket processor. We have 4 DDR3 DIMM slots. You got your power button here, so we actually have one on the motherboard, which is good for testing. We have our power port there. You got battery. We'll come back to the SATA ports in a second. We have all of our case connectors. We have 2 breakout ports for USB 2.0, so you can have additional USB 2.0. PCH fan, excuse me. We have 2 USB 3.0 breakout ports, like I showed you in the unboxing at the beginning. It does come with one, so you can get 2 USB 3.0 ports on the front of your case if you choose to. We've got fan ports here, and then we'll get to these serial ATA ports. We have 2 of these white ones here. Those are serial ATA 3, and then these 4 are serial ATA 2. So it does have the newer ports. I wish it had, maybe 1 or 2 more. I know it has to use some other chip to, I guess, add more, but whatever. I would have liked more, but I'll survive with 6 total. I don't have that many devices or drives to hook up anyway. Let's see. We have PCI Express 1, PCI Express 16, PCI Express 1, and a second one. We have PCI Legacy, we have PCI Express 8, PCI Legacy, and PCI Express 4. So you've got plenty of ports for your video cards and all that good stuff. Let me show you here. Back, we've got your 7.1 audio, 7.1 audio ports for your hookups. These blue ones here are USB 3.0. Got your LAN port. This is a HDMI out, which, like I said earlier, that's one thing I really wanted to make sure it had on there, so I can take advantage of the quick sync. We've got 2 1394 connectors. We've got 4 USB ports. Now these 2 bottom ones here also double as eSATA ports, which I'm never really going to use those, I don't think. I've got an eSATA port on the front of my case if I need it, but I doubt I will be using those for anything other than USB. And then we've got some standard USB ports. Well, not standard, I take that back. All these yellow ones here and these red ones are the 3 times power, like I talked about at the beginning. So if you're using external hard drives, charging stuff, you want to use these ports because they've got extra juice for you. We've got our optical audio out and analog audio out, and then we've got your mouse keyboard port right there. And I believe that about covers everything here on the motherboard. I will be back in additional videos to show you off the other components I have, and maybe some videos of me hooking stuff up or whatever. But this has been the Gigabyte Z68XP-UD5 motherboard. Thank you for watching. I'm Chris from thebteampodcast.com, and that's it for now.